What is going on, Movie Meals? The camera's here, the ring lights, the glasses, it's all coming together. What's going on, Movie Meals? Movie Meals. We're here for Uncharted. Kyle's the biggest gamer I know. In fact, he's about to go platinum 3 triple XD on a rocket in a game called Tetris. Anyway, Kyle doesn't game. I don't really game. I'm starting to dabble a little more in some of these games like Uncharted. I have not played Uncharted, but similar type games.
We are about to.
But maybe. But we're here to talk about it. Thank you to Kimberly, Karen, Movie patrons. Go get some merch. It's all linked down in the description. All that great stuff. TikTok, everything down there. Go check it out. Comment below. We got tons of reviews out. Go look at them. But let's get into non-spoiler review. Kyle, what did you think of Uncharted? Tommy Holland.
I liked it.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Good night and good luck.
Yeah, I mean, like Alex just said, we're not gamers. We're not faithful to the games Uncharted at all. So we walked in with kind of fresh eyes, I suppose. Like we weren't looking for, the Easter eggs of the game. We weren't looking for exact representations of the characters. We came in probably expecting a fun adventure treasure hunt type movie. And for me, anyway, that's what we got. I think Tom Holland was very fun in this role. Same with Mark Wahlberg. They had a good chemistry to me to where I was able to buy into the treasure hunting adventure that they were going on. They made it very fun. Action was fun for me as well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I understand if some of the fans didn't quite get the faithful Uncharted movie that they may have wanted. I'm sure that happened throughout this. But as for someone who is kind of more part of the general audience than usual, I got what I wanted. I was just hoping for a fun time at the movies with a fun action movie, and I think it delivered.
I hate that I can't remember the specific line, but there was a line in the movie that had these two different groups of older people, like probably in their 40s or 50s, on two different sides of the theater, laughing hysterically. They wouldn't stop. And I was like, the joke's not that funny, folks. I liked it. To me, it was like a Tomb Raider, obviously Indiana Jones style adventure meets Fast and Furious. No plot, but we're having one heck of a time. That's what I thought. And I was enjoying it. It was nice to see Tom Holland do a different type of humor to me, because in Marvel, he is witty, but it's always a butt of a joke. He is either the butt of the joke from the Avengers, or he is making somebody the butt of the joke. It's not necessarily as much banter-esque, and I liked that this was a little bit more bantery with him and Mark Wahlberg. I thought Mark Wahlberg was great. Mark Wahlberg has been tapped in this movie forever. I mean, this movie has been through such development hell.
He was supposed to be Nathan Drake, and they went through like 7 directors in 10 years, I think. I'm trying to remember the timeline of it all, but it's wild that this movie is finally a thing.
I know years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, he in an interview said that a producer came, or his agent came to him about a movie, like a big budget, movie, and he thought he was going to be the young guy, and the studio started naming young guys, and he was like, who am I playing? And the more I rewatched that interview, just because I was curious to see if maybe this is what he was talking about, and I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, this movie has been in development hell. Tom Holland, I thought, did a great job. I did like seeing him do the different banter, because I'm nervous of Tom. I don't want him to get into a shtick, because I thought Cherry was just not the movie to pull him out of it, even though he did show a bit more range. I didn't love the movie, where this I had a fun time, and he's not super different from Spider-Man. There were a few times I forgot I was watching a different movie, and I was like, man, he has super strength. Why is he getting beat so bad right now? I was like, what is going on here? But
okay. I thought you were going a different way with it.
There were other times too. I was like, use your webs. What's the problem? Then I remember this is not that movie. Mark Wahlberg, I haven't seen in a while, and I enjoyed him coming back. I think Mark Wahlberg is a really good actor, and I really enjoy him, and I really liked their banter quite a bit. I thought it was, sometimes I think this back and forth banter can be a little too much. And this was like the perfect amount for me. I liked a little bit of the twists and turns. You could tell it felt like I was playing the game. And there were moments in the movie where I was sitting there going, I was like, this is clearly got to be from the game. I knew one sequence was from the game, and it's the sequence we've seen in trailers with the airplane. I
Yeah.
know that's in the game, but there were other moments I was like, this has got to be from the game. This has got to be how the game ends, or a big moment. Like, this has to be from the game. And it reminded me of, I wondered if they, and I would love somebody to drop this in the comments and let us know who has played the game. I would love to know how accurate it was, because there were times I was like, if this is trying to go beat by beat with the story of one of the games, whether it's first or whatever iteration, I was thinking that makes so much sense, because when I play a game like this, I will forgive the lack of plot because I'm in control. And now I'm not in control, and there is a lack of plot a little bit, because it is kind of cookie cutter, hurry up, brothers are vanished and all this, and we're on a treasure hunt. And there were cut scenes that to me that felt like, okay, we're just here now. There were some scenes where it was like, all right, we're going to travel. And there were a few scenes where it was like, okay, we're here. We're ready to go. And that to me felt a little video gamey. And I actually appreciated that. Is this the greatest video game movie of all time? No, but it's up there in
Yes.
contention. I think Free Guy has it, because Free Guy's a fun video game movie. It's just not based necessarily on a specific game, but it's
Yeah.
probably that, or Detective Pikachu, because Detective Pikachu
Yeah.
slaps.
It's pretty good.
It's so good.
It's a good time.
But I guess I'm rambling. Kyle, you got any negatives of the film outside of its lack of plot?
I guess there is a lack of plot, but I'm more forgiving of it. I don't know. For some reason, like, I just was able to get sucked in, and I didn't really,
It's
it
Fast and
just felt
Furious,
like a
baby.
movie where
Fast and
it just
Furious.
felt, well, I wouldn't go that far, but I was able to be forgiving of the plot during this movie. What kind of bugged me though was that, and I kind of had this feeling from the trailer, but it was very squeaky clean. Like, the actors were all very clean. The sceneries, no matter where they were, it was all clean. Like, and I've kind of noticed this in some other movies as well, where despite them being in an action scene, or they're in like the jungle or something like that, they still come out looking too clean. Like, I think back to a movie like Indiana Jones, and you see him just, he still looks great, but he's sweating, he's going through the motions, like he's getting the crap beaten out of him. You can just tell, you can just feel it, and in this movie, and I think with like other modern movies as well, I'm noticing more is that it just is too clean. Like, I need there to be some feeling to like the sceneries, and be able to tell like the actors are actually going through something and not coming out of it totally like unscathed. So that part kind of bothered me in a lot of moments, and it kind of is a extension to like other movies that I've noticed throughout the years. But that's probably just my one negative. Other than that, I was forgiving the plot because I was enjoying Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg look for treasure. That's all I really needed.
It was a fun adventure. My negative is the biggest thing is there's just not really a plot. We really are not doing a whole lot. It's not deep. It's very basic, big action sets. That's why I really felt the Fast and Furious feel, because that's what those movies are. And I just had fun. It was a little different than Tomb Raider. And I'm talking about the Alicia Vikander one, which I did enjoy enough, but I did not like it as much as this. And I think it's because they tried to go a little too serious and make it a little less fun. And they just had a tough time. Are we going to be fun? Or are we going to be too serious? And this movie, it felt like we were pretty fun. And then we just sprinkled in just a tiny bit of cheesy seriousness, and all that I was for. Again, I liked seeing it with Tom. I liked seeing it with Mark. I liked the girl. I don't know what her name was. Antonio Banderas did not need to be in this movie.
Both of the female leads were great. Let me look up the
yes,
movie
yes,
real
they
quick
were.
so
Yes, they were. They both were fantastic. I thought the performances were good. They were fun, and I would be down to see a sequel to this. It's similar to how I felt with Mortal Kombat as another video game movie. It was like I just had a great time. No, not a lot of plot, not a lot going on, but I had fun. So let's see a sequel. I'd be down for it. Did you find their names?
Sophia Taylor Ali and Toddy Gabrielle. hopefully I pronounced their names correctly, but they deserve some shout outs because they were very great.
Yeah, they were great in a fun little action movie. And was your theater kind of packed? Mine wasn't packed, but there was more people than I expected on Thursday night during a
Not very
pandemic.
packed. Not very
Okay.
packed. I was kind of expecting that though. So
We had about probably groups of probably 2 or 3 in every row. So there was space
yeah,
between people, but still quite a bit. But anyway, guys, what do you think of the movie? If you've seen it, comment down below. Let us know. Were we accurate? What do you think? All that great stuff. Thank you, Movie Meal patrons. Thank you. Go get some merch. Thank you to everybody in the world. All that. Like, subscribe, share. And as always, thanks for watching, Mom.
see you guys.